Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the first in our web series on Oracle Enterprise Command Centers. Today's webinar is titled Unlocking Insights, Introduction to Oracle Enterprise Command Centers, and will provide you with an introduction to Oracle's ECCs. We will begin with the reasons why enterprises choose an ERP system such as Oracle E-Business Suite. We will also take a quick look at the most common business user challenges that lead to loss of productive time from organizations, even after ERP systems have gone live. We will then move on to how Oracle's enterprise command centers are designed to overcome these challenges. We will dive into the benefits and features of ECCs as well. While upcoming webinars in the ECC webinar series will delve deeper into TrackWise enterprise command centers, today's webinar will take you through a few key dashboards and KPIs of supply chain management and finance modules. Based on our experiences with implementing eBusiness Suite and Oracle Enterprise Command Centers for several verticals across different geographies, we have identified the best practices for a smooth and fruitful ECC implementation for your organization. Today's webinar will list these guidelines to enable you to plan effectively for a successful ECC implementation for your organization. We are confident that this webinar will provide you with valuable information and key insights into how Oracle's enterprise command centers can help increase organizational efficiency and boost business productivity. Enterprises choose to implement ERP systems such as Oracle E-Business Suite to optimize their business operations and follow global standards for business processes. As a result, organizations and their teams get trained on leading practices to efficiently streamline their operations. Business users, however, face several challenges while following leading industry practices. The sheer volume of transactional data, dependence on custom reports, often developed through laborious processes of identifying reporting requirements and repeated testing of custom reports often takes away a sizable portion of their business day. Business users often cannot prioritize action items in time to take suitable corrective action to mitigate or resolve issues. Oracle offers a ready solution to these challenges in the form of Oracle EBS, Enterprise Command Centers or ECCs. Oracle's ECCs provide business users with an efficient way to discover pertinent information, enabling them to find patterns, answer questions about any potential bottlenecks, and make decisions to mitigate issues. For Oracle EBS customers, ECCs require no additional licenses. Oracle's enterprise command centers help to organize EBS functional content spread across key application modules such as procurement and projects, order management and inventory, financials, human resources, manufacturing, and asset lifecycle and services. Oracle E-Business Suite native role-based security principles are inherently and seamlessly incorporated into ECCs. Data from functional areas is presented to business users using 36 dashboards and over 220 reports pre-built into ECCs. Intuitive and useful filters are also provided to further slice and dice data views. This brings us to discuss the key features and benefits of ECCs. Oracle ECCs empower EBS users by showing them the latest information without having them spend considerable time sifting through pages of transactional records. ECC presents data on dashboards using visually appealing graphs, clearly annotated to facilitate ease of understanding while ensuring important filters and KPIs are highlighted for interest and attention. Every pictorial representation on the ECC can be exported as images or even downloaded as transaction records to include in scheduled mail updates to identified mail recipients. This helps to provide unique insight to spot patterns and trends, ensuring organizations are provided with ability to troubleshoot quickly, ensuring operational agility. This will result in an empowered business team with increased business productivity. Organizations can take advantage of the features of ECC, such as being completely cloud-based, seamlessly integrated with Oracle e-business suite modules, etc., to provide latest insights to day-to-day business activities for every business team. ECCs are highly configurable, with users being provided with useful filters to organize data that need their attention. This empowers business users to create their own concise report or KPI views without resorting to costly technical report development cycles. The performance of enterprise as a whole will show marked improvement as a result of using ECC analytics. On the screen now, you will see a comparison of Oracle ECC with other common business intelligence reporting tools available today. As you can clearly see, Oracle ECC offers multiple advantages as compared to Power BI, Tableau, or Excel. Where Oracle ECC supports over 20 plus languages, in fact, all languages supported by Oracle e-business suite, Power BI supports only English and Spanish, and Tableau offers support for only 11 plus languages. Integration for ECC with Oracle EBS 12.2.5 and upward versions is native and easy, whereas Power BI integration often proves to be cumbersome and prone to delays in data loads. Security, native role-based security inherited from EBS or eBusiness Suite, allows implementation time for Oracle ECC to be reduced, whereas definition and perpetuation of security access roles in Power BI and any reporting tool results in a longer implementation time. ECC offers multiple easy-to-use data visualization options, whereas Power BI's data visualization capabilities are limited. Advanced visualization requires often the use of third-party plugins. ECC is user-friendly, intuitive, can handle large data sets, and offers a faster processing time, whereas Power BI has often proven to struggle with large data sets, slowing down processing times and increasing performance issues. In short, Oracle ECC is a plug-and-play mode, easy and intuitive for business users to use and customize. Installation using a single step ensures rapid deployment on the environment. Power BI implementation, however, involves identifying data sources, setting up data models, creating data visualizations, identifying the third-party plugins to be used, and so on and so forth. All of this actually goes beyond the gamut of a normal business user, often requiring data scientist expertise. To offer a conclusion on this slide, while both Oracle ECC and Power BI are powerful data analytics tools, Oracle EBS ECC offers several key strengths over Power BI. ECC's ability to handle complex data sets, intuitive user interface, ease of integration, segregated functional content, advanced visualization options, and plug-and-play mode enabling rapid deployment make it an ideal choice for businesses across industries. Now, let's take a look at these features and benefits of ECC in action. Over to you, Nandagopal and Rosemary, who are our track leads for supply chain management and finance teams, respectively.
Hi all, good afternoon. So I am Nandakumar, who is a speaker in this webinar, and I'm happy and pleased to walk you through a SCM dashboard. So today I will brief you on how a logistics manager can analyze and take actions through an ECC dashboard easily, effectively, and with operational efficiency. So without further delays, I will share my screen. For a logistics manager, his key areas will be to look into the receiving, looking into the shipping, looking into the inventory dashboards. So for a logistics manager, there is a responsibility in Oracle EBS called the logistics manager responsibility, and there is a command center available for this person or particular user. So for today's example, I will be showing shipping dashboard as well as the receiving dashboard. And today I will put myself in the shoe of the logistics manager so that I can explain to you how a day-to-day life will be made easy through the eyes of a logistics manager. So this is the shipping dashboard that is available for me, and I will be able to view the outbound statuses and details and act where necessary and take quick actions to get the activities done. For me, this is an exciting dashboard which helps me in getting visibility to daily operations and coordinate with my team to get these activities done. So generally in organization, there will be customers who are adamant. They will be adamant that their orders don't get delayed and it should reach their point on time. So for this organization, I have a customer who is very adamant that his orders don't get delayed. So to search for a customer and his order status, ECC allows refinements that are preceded in the dashboard. So in this available refinements, there is a function for filtering out that particular customer. So for in this case, I have the customer named Bensu, who is a priority customer for me, and I should make sure that his orders are not delayed. So I'm going to refine this dashboard for the customer Bensu, which in turns my dashboard, as you can see, will only show the activities that are pending for the customer Bensu, and the filters that we keep or apply will be visible over here. So for my organization, customer Bensu is having scheduled shipments and late shipments as well. So whenever I log in, first things for a manager that picks his eyes are the alerts. So in this particular scenario, there are 33 late orders in this organization. So for a customer who is adamant that his order should not be delayed, this is something that is going to affect the operational efficiency. It is going to create escalations. It is going to affect the income of the company. And this is going to create a bad mark for the team and the organization as a whole. So this is something that catches the eyes in a quick look itself. We can understand that there are 33 late shipments, which is kind of a red flag for any organization is going through this order status. And now, so since this is a late order, this is going to require quick actions to be taken. And further drilling down, we can see that in the 33 pending orders, 21 orders are not yet released to the warehouse. That means the order has not yet reached the warehouse. So this is something that is dependent on a different department, maybe the sales team, who should release these orders to the warehouse, where the warehouse team or logistics team can take over and process the shipments. So now, again, I can filter. Now my status will be changed to available to release, where I'm having a tabular format of the orders with all the informations. This is downloadable in Excel formats, and I can use this particular export and send the mail or the report to the responding or the corresponding person who's in charge of releasing this order into the warehouse. So now, for in a real-time scenario, I have already informed the corresponding person to take over the action. So he will be performing this action. Either he will give a response saying that there is an issue which needs to be solved, and other orders which are perfect, he can release to the warehouse. So now we have seen the status is there. All the clicks that I'm clicking will be moved as a filter. Can remove the filter, and again. So now there is a time taken to take the action to release the order into the warehouse. Now, there is something that a logistics manager needs to ensure whether the pickup carrier is ready. So for that, in the detailed status, we can see the carrier which has been assigned for these orders. So for in this case, I can see the orders that are yet to be released, the orders that has been picked, and the orders that is already released to the warehouse are having the same carrier DHL. So this gives me an input that I need to arrange DHL as quick as possible. So this again, I can take an export and I can share to my shipping agent to arrange a vehicle for pickup. So now using this dashboard, you can see how easily I was able to take actions and get responses, and I arrange the shipments so that my customer is happy, which in turn improves our credibility for the customer. So this one dashboard has really helped me to analyze, troubleshoot, and take quick action and correct the actions in minimum time possible. And this in turn is helping my organization to operate efficiently and complete the activities on time. So this is the shipping dashboard that we are having. Now, for logistics manager, as I just explained earlier, there is another important task called the receiving task. So in the same navigation itself, we can see a receiving dashboard that is available for the manager. So in the first look itself in the receiving dashboard, there are three headers: the receipts, the inspections and putaways, and there are alerts. So in this first look itself, I am able to see that there are 241 line items that is expected to be received today. There are 55 that are in inspection awaiting, and there are 289 lines that need to be put away. And there is another interesting factor or a metric that you can see in alerts. It's called a dock to stock average time. So this explains or gives an idea for me to understand that the amount of time that is taken for an item to reach the receiving bay and to the storage location is 4.51 minutes. That means in an average, the time taken to move an item from the receiving bay after all the inspection or all the verifications to the storage location is taking 4.51 minutes. So generally for an organization, there will be standard operating procedures that mentions a time period. Okay, that should be followed during receipt. For example, items received. In my organization, if the item received should reach the inventory, I mean the storage location, within 2 minutes or 3 minutes if there are no inspection, and maybe 7 to 10 minutes if the inspection is to perform. So that is the metrics generally the organization keeps, which in our ECC is also available, which is a key performance indicator which determines the performance of the inward team or the inward logistics team. This metric I can use in my reporting purposes for the management. I can give this reporting to my team, whether they need to improve or whether they need to keep up this work, or whether they are on par or below the expectations. And as I just mentioned earlier, there are 241 receipts that are expected today. So this helps me, right? So this for me is a very good tool. When I click on the expected today, I am able to arrange my team. I am able to provide guidelines for my team. I am able to make my team ready and give them a head start for the day, telling that we are having 241 expected receipt today. Be prepared. We need to do this as fast as possible because there is a KPI for stock to stock and we need to maintain that. So for this purpose, we can again export this into an Excel format and share to the team and tell them to be prepared, organize themselves and get the activities done in the time mentioned. Again, coming into an important aspect, we can see that there are inspections and putaways which are pending. So this is something for me as a manager, which is a red flag. Why? Because my dock to stock indicator, which is a standard operating procedure and a KPI is affected over here because there are 55 items which is waiting for inspection and there is also 289 lines that my team needs to put from the receiving bay to the storage inventory. So this is something that is going to create a bad mark or a red mark for my team and for myself, which I need to solve as soon as possible. So again, I can pull up this as a report and inquire to my team why these delays are happening. Are there any showstoppers? How we can solve this at the earliest. So this all coming together is giving me and is really help me to improve my team's performance, which in turn is going to help the productivity of the organization as a whole. And the operational efficiency of my team is also getting increased. Looking through a custom report and finding the status or filtering the status in an Excel or looking through multiple reports for the status to be visible or to see this KPIs, where we are lacking, where we need to improve, will take a long time and it's lengthy process and it's too time consuming, which is going to affect our overall performance. But with the help of ECC, as we have seen today, within 5 minutes or to 10 minutes, I'm able to get an overall idea of what my current status is, what needs to be done, what should be improved. All this is available for our, we can say, in tip of our fingers. It's easily available. We can take decisions as per the requirements and we are able to improve our overall performance. Now, for me as a manager, I'm having reporting purpose for my management. So instead of using the standard Excel format reports, other reports, what I can do, I can use this chart. Whether if I want to use it as a pie chart or a bar chart, what I can use is that I can download this image and put it in my presentations and present to my higher management. Another important functionality that ECC provides is that we can change the chart type as per our requirement. So here you can see there is a donut chart type, pie chart type, bubble, bar line, scatter, all these standard chart types are available, which we can use for our reporting purpose for a management level. So you can see, you can use this as an image file and use in a presentations, and this will improve our presentation skills and it will be pleasing to our eyes as well. So now we also have a single dashboard has helped to give an entire overview of operations and how this helped me as a manager to arrange and complete my activities and improve efficiency. Similarly, for users or other operators who are working in the organization, the ECC can be customized for their requirements. They will not need to see the status or the charts that a manager level should see. He can be seen. He can only be seen like the transaction that it was done, the operations that he need to do. All this can be made available for the user level as well. So coming into the manager perspective, for reporting purpose, and to improve his team's efficiency and to achieve activities on time, the ECC has helped in a great way. So now a single dashboard has helped us this much. So now we can imagine how all the dashboards, when put together, will improve an organization's efficiency and improve their working method as well. So that's it for today from my side. Now I hand over to Rosemary to take you through the finance dashboards.
Thank you, Nandagopal, for the informative session. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Rosemary Paulus. So today I am going to take you through the finance command centers, particularly focused on payables command center. So as a quick recap of what we've seen in the previous sessions, we can say like the command centers means the graphical representation of what we have in the Oracle forms. More than that, we can say like these command centers are the highly interactive web pages that the user can utilize. Moving to the payables command center, it is mainly targeted for the payables manager. They can access them from their respective responsibilities. They can only access the data for which they have the access. So command centers are basically works based on the MOS setup. So one can access the data of the operating units for which they have the access. So now we are going to address two questions: why and how. Why a payables manager needs a command center, and how payables manager can utilize this command center in the day-to-day business life. So moving to the first question, why a payables manager needs a payables command center. We can list down the major challenges faced by the payables command center. By the payables manager, like optimization of cash outflow, improvisation of the supplier relationship, optimization of days payables outstanding, the longer period close processes. So this is the payables command center. We can see here 4 dashboards are available here: supplier balance, holds, discounts, and period close. So now we will go through each dashboard individually and see how these dashboards can help the payables manager. So moving to the first dashboard, supplier balance dashboard. The main objective of the supplier balance dashboard is to optimize the cash outflow of the business by reviewing supplier balances and estimating cash outflow based on the due dates, and by reviewing the recently paid invoices. As I mentioned earlier, these are not only the graphical representation, these are the interactive pages. So one can perform the actions like validation of supplier invoices, the payment process from this command center itself. So now we will go through this dashboard. As a summary bar, the manager can see the supplier balances, the employee balances, the unapplied prepayments available, the past due invoices, and also the invoices which will due within the next 7 days. After that, invoices statuses by the validation we can explore here. We have different graphs like aging of past due invoices and supplier open balances, and the resultant table also. Apart from the filters available here in the left-hand corner, each component in this dashboard will work as a filter. So whenever the manager is selecting any of these components, it will act like a filter. So now we will look into a simple example how the manager can use this supplier balance dashboard for the decision-making purpose. So in this aging of past due invoices will show the largest overdue invoices. In this case, more than 90 days overdue invoices are there. So by clicking on this chart, we can see all the other components are filtered based on this. And along with that, in the right side, we can see supplier open balances. So from that, manager can see the top suppliers whose invoices are overdue. By clicking on the first supplier, we will get one resultant table which will show all the invoices which is overdue more than 90 days by the supplier. So now Payables manager can inspect each invoices and perform necessary actions, like he can navigate from this invoice number to the invoice workbench, and he can see why it is in overdue status, and he can make the payment also. So by clicking on the invoice number, it will redirect to the Oracle forms, and from there, he can do the respective actions. So to conclude, we can say like the supplier balance dashboard offers a comprehensive insight into the outstanding payable transactions across the operating units, which allowing you to understand the health of open payables and take necessary actions. It provides the ability to review payables across operating units and suppliers by matrices like supplier open balances, past due balances, and unapplied prepayments. Moving to the next dashboard, that is the holds dashboard. So I'm just removing all the filters which I selected earlier. So this holds dashboard, the main objective is to improve the supplier relationship by releasing the invoice hold promptly and by avoiding late payments. Manager can perform the actions like releasing of hold and revalidation of invoices from this holds dashboard itself. We can see that the past due invoices, which is in hold status, and the corresponding value also, and the invoices which is in hold, which will due within the next 7 days, and the discount amount which may lose due to the invoice holds also. And we can see the invoice amount which is currently on hold. And later, we can see the top 10 invoice hold reasons. Maybe because of line variance, distribution variance, quantity reconciliation and all, these invoices is put on hold. After that, we have the graph which is representing the hold aging also. So the manager can drill down into the most delayed holds from this holds aging graph. It can click here in the largest hold. So it will show the hold reasons by clicking on the most largest invoice hold reason. He can inspect the highest supplier whose invoices is withhold. By clicking on the largest supplier, he will get the detailed table which will show the invoices and corresponding discounts, the reasons for the hold also. So we can see here, from here, Manager can redirect to the invoice workbench to release the hold by clicking on the invoice number. From here, they can easily release the holds and validate the invoices. So it will allow him to save his time to take the corrective actions by time. So to conclude, holds dashboard helps the payables manager to resolve invoice holds and ensure that the payments are made in time. So moving to the next dashboard, that is the holds dashboard. Sorry, discounts dashboard. So the main objective of discounts dashboard is to optimize the days payables outstanding by accelerating the payments to capture the discounts and eliminate the early payments. The actions manager can perform is that invoice payments. So it provides the details of discounts available in the next few days and highlights the potential loss of discounts. Manager can reduce the discount lapses, take actions to avail them before they expire. So here we can see the discounts available within the next 7 days. His discounts on hold invoices, the top 10 suppliers by the discount amount, and we have the graphs after that. So it will show the invoice amount against by the suppliers and the discount amount by the supplier. By clicking on the top suppliers by the discount amount, it will drill down to the invoice details in the resultant table. By clicking on the scheduled amount, it will navigate to the payments workbench. We can see here from the scheduled amount, they can navigate to the payments workbench and make the payment, and they can avail the discounts easily. So it will help the manager to save the discounts without lapsing. So moving to the last and most interested and important dashboards in the Payables Command Center, that is the period close command center. So this longer and time-consuming period close process is a major challenge faced by every payables manager. So as a payables manager, the main aim to eliminate the manual adjustment in the GL due to incorrect entries in the subledgers like payables. So they can optimize payables month-end process and improve the accounting cycle. As a summary, we can say like the period close process involves completion of the transactions, doing the create accounting for this transaction, and resolve the potential accounting issues. So this potential accounting issues includes unprocessed transaction, which means the transaction hasn't been accounted yet, invalid transaction, which means accounting errors exist in the transaction, and the final transaction means transactions which has been accounted in the subledger modules, but it is not transferred to the GL yet. So these are the potential accounting issues which needs to be resolved, and after that it needs to be transferred to the GL, and finally after all of this they can close the period. So now we can see how the payables manager can expedite this period close process. So all the open period information is available here. It is showing the number of open periods. From here, manager can choose the period needs to be closed. So it populates all the corresponding information like number of unaccounted events, draft accounting events. If there is any accounting errors in place, the metrics of accounting errors, and transferred journal details also. By pending accounting events graph, manager can drill down to the particular transactions and take the necessary action. Here we can see the number of invoices, the status is validated, but the process status is in draft. Means accounting has been done, but it is not yet transferred to the GL. So by clicking on this, the resultant table is filtered against this invoice details. So here they can see the accounting class of this particular transaction. And if any issues is there with this accounting class, they can check for that from here itself. And he can do the transfer to the GL also. So this is the way how a payables manager can utilize the payables command center for his decision making and his day-to-day operations. So that's for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary and Nandagopal, for that effective and detailed walkthrough through the respective command centers. Now, to fully harness the benefits of the ECCs outlined, we have compiled guidelines for an effective ECC implementation for your organization. The first step is to identify key stakeholders along with their key business areas, reporting and business day challenges. Next, the native ECC dashboards that they can use can be identified and demonstrated to them. This will ensure that they are confident to work with the dashboards, interpret the information, and effectively use the filters and KPIs applicable for them to gain key business insights. This exercise will also help them to identify steps to overcome their specific reporting challenges. Business users will also be trained by us on how to perform dashboard or KPI customizations to result in rich and latest data-driven insights. This will help provide them with a solid foundation to list any additional customizations and ECC extensibility requirements to identify a roadmap for improving reporting efficiencies across all teams in the organization. We can help implement ECC at your organization because we have a team of certified experts who bring a wealth of experience working with EBS as well as ECC analytics. Our team has also extensively worked to create additional dashboards and extend ECC capabilities to improve management reporting visibility for several organizations across multiple verticals and geographies. On the screen now is a list of the common and frequent questions that we face during the ECC implementations for various customers. One of the questions that often come to us is ECC available for all EBS customers? All EBS customers on eBusiness Suite versions 12.2.5 and above have ECC. Are ECC segregated module-wise? Absolutely. Content on ECCs is segregated based on the functional areas. Can ECCs be extended? Yes, they can, to build new dashboards as required by business, to pull in more data from different areas, to mix and match, to slice and dice, all of that is possible. Will ECC have latest updates from Oracle? Oracle is constantly innovating to include latest updates on the different various command centers, to improve and include new refinements, to include new KPIs, and so on, so forth. What is the server sizing required for ECC? For reference, hardware requirement for 15 data sets each with 2 million records, that is a total of 30 million records, for 50 named users would require a core of 2, memory of 32 gigabytes, and a disk space of 80 gigabytes. Is Oracle ECC plug and play for business intelligence reporting? Absolutely. It is completely plug and play. Does Oracle ECC offer multi-language support? Oracle Enterprise Command Center Framework supports all the languages supported by Oracle E-Business Suite. Which character set is used to store the Oracle ECC data? All Oracle Enterprise Command Center Framework data is stored in the UTF-8 character set. This can represent any character in any language or script and is totally compatible with ASCII. Can the default language be changed for your Oracle ECC framework installation? That too can be done. So these were some of the common questions that we've encountered during our ECC implementations for various customers. In conclusion, thank you for joining us today as we introduced you to the large and powerful capabilities of Oracle's enterprise command centers. Please reach out to us if you have questions about what was covered in today's webinar. In case you'd like to engage in one-on-one discussions with us, please reach out to the email addresses mentioned on the screen: info@𝐔𝐧𝐥𝐴𝐬𝐢𝐬𝐢𝐳𝐠, sanjay.patil@𝐔𝐧𝐥𝐴𝐬𝐢𝐬𝐠.com, rajiv.n@𝐔𝐧𝐥𝐴𝐬𝐢𝐬𝐢𝐬𝑠.com. We look forward to seeing you at our next webinars. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.